Welcome back to our viewers to our podcast journey. This podcast is going to be very interesting. We're going to talk about yoga and weight loss. Before we go into our today's very interesting podcast, we have a great news to share with our viewers. We have launched our app. It's on the Play Store on iOS. We will put that link in our description. Please download the app. Use it, and please also share your valuable feedback, how you found it, and we would like to hear more and more feedback from you for our team to kind of give a better service and better features. Okay, going back to the nutrition, that's the biggest topic again. I mean, nutrition that can be covered in another podcast, but I would like to have a little bit of insight on when you mentioned sattvic food, tamasic and rajasic food. A little insights on them, please.
Okay. Again, in Ayurveda, in the ancient scriptures, they mentioned three types of categories of food that you just talked about: sattvic, tamasic, and the rajasic. So sattvic food is a lot about, it's not too spicy, it is very pure, it has a lot of milk, ghee, it is sweet, it is freshly prepared food. Again, a lot of green leafy vegetables are included, and you eat it more, like it's not like whole, a lot of amount you eat at one point.
You eat in a smaller quantities, and that sattvic food is a lot more nutritious, easy to digest.
Panchapakwan, we call them in our anciently followed tradition. We tend to eat the Panchapakwans also. So it does not mean like all these 5 different dishes has to be a full of whole. They are just there to give you enough minerals and vitamins in your body. So you just make sure you have them all together. Okay. So that is a sattvic diet. Okay. Yes. It is easy to digest always.
Easy to digest, nutritious.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Mine is the famous, the one I like a lot is the dal khichdi.
Dal khichdi. Yeah. While I was in Rishikesh, that was our staple food, the dal khichdi. Yes. Of course. So that's your sattvic food, which is nutritious, easy to digest. Let's talk about the other two, tamasic and rajasic, please.
The second category comes as the rajasic. Rajasic is mentioned as it gives a lot of energy in your body. It increases the energy level in your body. For example, a lot of spices, aerated drinks, caffeinated drinks, or if you talk about the tobacco, if you're smoking cigarettes, then it increases a little bit of high energy in your body. That's why it gives...
It gives you the buzz, basically.
But,
it gives you the buzz. These foods can make you angry and anxiety levels high.
Yes, it can. It can. If consumed more than the requirement, then definitely it will give you.
These rajasic food can be consumed in a smaller quantities and in moderation.
They can. They are supposed to be part of your diet, but you need to make sure, again, not
they're basically high in calories. They're high in calories. They're high in energy.
Right. They are.
A lot of calories, lot of energy involved in it. Okay. Let's go back to the last one.
Last one is the tamasic.
Tamasic.
Yes. Tamasic food is something that will lower down your energy. So like preserved food is there, any like ice cream, cold food is there. So that will again keep your energy very dull and...
Makes you lethargic again. Lot of high calories, lot of sugar, like ice creams and all that. They're good for the taste, but they're not doing any good for your body basically.
Exactly.
The last category, tamasic,
it
is good. It is good to consume, like highly palatable foods.
Yeah.
But they're not good for your long-term plan. They're not nutritious, basically.
Stomach actually doesn't crave for that.
It's more to do with your comfort eating, stress eating. Let's get back to comfort eating and stress eating. Now, what I would like to ask you next is, we talked about what you eat. How you eat also matters.
A lot. How you eat does matter. Many times it happens like, okay, I like to, I wish to lose my weight, I'll eat fruits all the day. But if you eat a lot of fruits in one day, again, it's going to give you problem.
Because there's a lot of sugar in the fructose. This has energy. I mean, if you don't burn those calories or the energy, it's consumed. So when I say how you eat, we're talking about the mindfulness eating.
Right.
Like we are like, in a modern paced life, you're always on the go. Like, oh, I'll grab my lunch and I could have a working lunch. You could be talking. There's no focus on eating whatsoever. Either you're watching on the phone, or you're emailing, or you're talking, or you're on the travel and eating. Right. Is this good?
Not at all, Satish. Whenever you are eating food, one rule I like to tell my students is, if you are 100% hungry, eat only 80% of it. and the rest of 20% you just leave it.
Don't stuff your face, basically, you know. Don't stuff your face.
Stuff yourself.
That comes with a lot of mindfulness, obviously, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
It will only come if you're not working when you're eating food. If you're not talking when you're food. That is why
You're aware of how much and what you eat, and basically.
Yes.
If you're already like you're busy in doing things, watching TV, scrolling, or working lunch or travel,
Right.
you're not aware of how much you eat, how much you're supposed to eat, like what's your body's intuition, how much you're supposed to eat.
During travel also you tend to eat something, you try to check out more food types. So you feel like, okay, let's try this, let's try that. But you don't know the ingredients are out of it. Again, it's not freshly prepared. So you need to be a little mindful about what you're eating.
What you eat, how you eat as well, and then like chewing the food and then taking a bigger bites and without chewing the food properly can also
You need
be...
to chew 30 times your food, we say. But
30 times is a lot now.
yes, but at least minimum 20-25 times you need to chew your food.
There you go. How you eat and then what you eat is also matters. And then a minimum of 20 times is an average where you eat. And then people who tend to eat slow, there's a lot of science behind it as well. Like where people who eat, sit down, eat, have their meal time or prolonged meal time is related to weight loss again.
Right.
So I'll give you an example, what to eat and how to eat. And then anything you eat has to be chewed an average of 20 times. So you can't chew an ice cream. So that's no good for you, right?
Yeah.
So the ice cream is more of a tamasic food. Once in a while, okay, with your lifestyle, with your surroundings, it's good to have once in a while.
Yeah.
But it's not good for your long-term plan of losing weight. It's not nutritious or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just stress eating and comfort eating. Let's go back to the stress eating and comfort eating. With our careers, with our businesses, with our relationship, there's a lot of stress. And most of the things, we have higher expectations on ourselves. With those high expectations, things don't seem to be going our way, right? And what seems to go our way, which is convenient, is a click of a button. And when I say click of a button, Zomato and Swiggy.
Right.
And all these foods, this is, I would put that down to a stress eating and comfort eating, where click of a button, obviously, all the choices which are highly palatable, which is like they are high in sugar. And even like when we are stressed, we're not going to go, hey, let's look for the salad. We're not going to go. Very, very less likely we do that. So we tend to kind of look for something sugary, something fatty, something very tasty, something. So how do we avoid this modern day life with a lot of things not going your way, and then the only thing that can go your way is click of a button, comfort eating, stress eating? How do we tackle this?
Okay. There's always a way out to tackle this particular format by understanding why these Swiggy, Zomato, these applications are there. Okay. They are to make your life comfortable and easy. Convenient, right? Convenience is the key. It does not mean you have to experience everything that they are providing. Again, they do, as far as I know, they do have good healthy choices also. You can make them. And, but yes, stress eating is different. These two are different formats. Regularly when you're eating, it's always good to choose something, again, the salads and something, or something like that. Making, journaling your food or
journaling your food.
Techniques. Initially, while starting the podcast, we talked about like having one day as a cheat day. So you can check yourself, okay, only one day I can cheat my diet. Other 4-6 days, I need to follow a particular routine. So being more mindful, and when you know the reason behind having those applications available, that is the only convenience to reach home to you on time when you're hungry. It does not mean you have to go ahead and eat all the types of food, the fancy food that they are providing. Right. So being mindful about that, again, it is related to a lot of with mental stress. So try not to be very stressful when you're actually making choices of the food, or find somebody in your group who is very much mindful about ordering food. You can ask your colleagues to order for yourself instead of you picking.
Basically, there's a lot of surroundings influencing. Basically, who you're surrounded and who you influenced by.
Ask for help. Yes, ask for help. You become mindful about your choices. Then why not your colleagues mindful about that? Looking at you, you become the person.
Fasting. I've seen a lot of all religions practice this fasting. And then fasting is also used for restricting the calories and losing weight. Can you throw some light on yoga, fasting, and weight loss?
Yes. In yoga, definitely we talk about fasting. We like to follow the fasting technique to again detoxify our body. Apart from that, let's understand the meaning of fasting. Fasting is the way to avoid all other distractions and sit at one place or be comfortable with yourself and only concentrate on your God or whoever you're worshipping to. So you just think about your God, you take the naam or the japa of the God. So that is the reason to not to get anything in between you and your God. You fast, so you also avoid food at that time. So you don't even think about the food. It's more like devoting yourself at that moment, right? That is the basic meaning of fasting. And later on, now as the trends came in, we started to use that fasting as a technique to lose your weight or be healthy. That's nothing wrong in that. But I feel like you again need to be stay with the actual reason of the fasting. Okay, if you
need to know why you're doing it.
Yes, why you're doing it. So try not to eat anything, no, or drink only water for one day. That is a correct fasting. You need to give enough time to your body to release all the unnecessary enzymes or the dead enzymes from your body.
Whatever that we are doing, it has to be planned, it has to be structured, it has to be guided.
Yes.
You just don't want to go jump in and then do a prolonged fasting without we have never done this before.
Right.
And if you're not being guided, if it's not planned, if it's not structured, then this is not, it's detrimental basically.
It will not even work. Again, I think after having this 1 day fasting or 3 days water fasting also will do, we only need to be mindful about what we're eating when you finish that fast.
It's not like stopping your days and you fast for a certain period of time and I said, oh, bring in some burgers and pizzas. It's not going to work.
It will never work.
It's actually
make your system even worse.
Yeah. When you're fasting and then especially the body is deprived of nutrients, deprived of food, and then whatever after the fasting phase, it has to be provided with all the nutrients and the right food.
Yes.
It's very
mindful about that. Eat something or the drink juices, fruits you can eat. Start with that. So it will keep your system healthier and absorb the new food that you're going to give.
Again, going back to modern day living, I'm short on time. You told me and you convinced me and the viewers that yoga will help losing weight over a consistent period of time. I know that. Viewers, I'm sure they are aware of any physical activity, especially when it comes to yoga. There's a lot of healing, there's a lot of external and internal factors. Compared to the other physical activities, yoga does help.
Yeah.
So is there a certain way this yoga practice, if I don't have an hour and I can't practice every day, can you suggest certain asanas or certain shorter period of time where I can just quickly do and then not worry about that I haven't finished my physical activity for that day?
Okay. Very good, interesting question, Satish. I have a strong feeling the viewers might not like the answer, but my only thing is, the first answer is you have to take out the time.
You have to take a time.
There is no other option. If you want to become healthy, you take out the time. If you want to pass the exams, you take out the time and
study and prepare.
Right? If you want to go somewhere, you go faster. You reach out to the petrol station, you go faster, right? So you take out the time to do that particular task. Then why not for your health? This is my one thing. Definitely there is a less time. I understand that. For that purpose, you can take out in half an hour. You can just learn some sun salutations. Do the correct forms of sun salutations. Increase the number every day in half an hour. You give a target. Okay, half an hour. Today I did only 3. Tomorrow I'll do 10. Day after tomorrow you do 20. You increase. Keep challenging. But make sure that half an hour is completely focused on your practice. So sun salutations are there. Second is Pawan Muktasana series is there. You can also Google it out, or if you have any yoga teachers, they can help you out with that. Pawan Muktasana series will help you, especially for the weight loss, because it works a lot on your
digestive system.
Yes. So it helps you to detoxify, release all the toxin from your body faster, and then you'll be in that good energy pack faster. That's the only thing. Apart from that, there are warrior poses, warrior 1, 2, 3, we call them. You get into that positions. Again, the vinyasa flows are there. Vinyasa flows are very strong. They will definitely help you to move your body postures, body and the muscles in a way that will sweat you out again, detoxify faster, and also give you a lot of strength in your all the body parts. So vinyasa flows are also there.
An hour practice ideal. Obviously, people have genuine reasons, and I'm taking an hour time for our own wellness. It's ideal. I mean, you're investing in yourself for a longer period, for a long-term benefits. But I'm a parent. I run business. I have a lot of other things to do. I have timelines. And as much as I know that dedicating an hour in the form of meditation or workout or a physical activity, we all know the importance. But with the modern day life, and then we want to achieve a lot more, and with our genuine reasons that we don't have a time. Ideally an hour, but at the same time, with our genuine reasons, a set of sun salutations, a Pawan Muktasana, a few asanas will also help you to play that consistency gain. And when you see there's a difference with the regular approach, then you prioritize and then find and make time for that 1 hour of physical activity / yoga practice. Good. I'm sure we've covered a lot of things. In our conversation in the past, you also told Shavasana also helps in this process. Shavasana, I'm just lying down at the end of the class for a 5 minutes or 10 minutes or however long. How will Shavasana help in weight loss?
Shavasana is, yes, it is very interesting asana to like only lying down and just relaxing after that heavy asana flows that you did just now before the practice. But Shavasana is literally you detach yourself from whatever you have at that current point. So whatever practice you did, you need to again release it out. Whatever body pain you have, you need to literally avoid your focus out of that, which takes you in a very deep relaxation mode. And that deep relaxation mode to your mind helps you to gain better sleep. So with Shavasana, people are also curing the diabetes, insomnia related problems, sleep related issues. So Shavasana will help you there.
Sleep related problems.
Yes.
Sleep, weight loss, and yoga. That's a bigger topic. If you have to kind of give a small insight about sleep, yoga, and weight loss.
Sleep, again, during the weight loss journey, you don't actually expect having the weight loss by only working out. You need to give that relaxed time to your body to reach on that the good cells in your body. And for that purpose, need a good sleep of 7 to 8 hours.
Basically, the lot of recovery and regeneration and lot of even release of toxins happen in the sleep. Exactly. But we are struggling. Going back to modern day living, we are struggling with the quality and quantity. I think I would like us to cover another podcast dedicated for sleep. Thank you, Bhagyashree, for your valuable insights and expert views. I'm sure the viewers also appreciate what we've done with the weight loss, and obviously it's a vast topic and it can't be covered in one podcast. And then we will come back with more series, how to help our viewers to get healthier, especially losing weight in a most healthiest format. And then I'm sure you all done a lot of crash diets, a lot of liquid diets, and a lot of shortcuts to lose weight. There's nothing wrong with it. And all those measures, what you've taken, if you can include them, however, in a long-term plan, it could be a liquid diet. And instead of doing a liquid diet for 72 hours, you could just do a liquid meal in a once in a week or every other day. That can be included for a longer period. Same as your fasting, that can be also incorporated as long as that's planned and then your body can tolerate. So there's a lot of other factors. And then as at the beginning of the podcast, I mentioned about the app which we've launched. The link is in the description. The app is all about wellness. It will make you happy and healthy and productive. To be productive and to be happy, the foundation is health. So there's a lot of routines which we have prescribed, and then you can actually customize your own day. What are those small little activities that you would like to do in the form of morning routines, walk, schedule your little plan. Like you're planning all your wellness activities and reminding yourself. There's a lot of customized approach. Please do download it and use the app, and then let us know your valuable feedback in the comments. And thank you, Bhagyashree, for the very valuable podcast. Any more queries you have reference to the podcast and reference to our app, please put that in our comment section, and I'll see you in the next podcast. Thank you.